Hi Mitesh, hi Jay, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bala.
Okay, now we'll start. In yesterday, I think we have completed statements, right? Yes, Mitesh?
Yes, yes, Bala.
Okay, good. Yesterday we have seen what is the namespace, what is the need of namespace, why namespace is used, right? How to insert, how to place elements, attributes, and data types inside a namespace, then how to import the namespace, how to link a namespace with our XHT, how to link the XHT file with a XML file. Correct. These things we have seen yesterday. uh, Today we'll just see one example. We'll write one XHT file and one XML file according to that XHT file, right? And then we'll start our for our soap based web services. Okay. Jays have written the statements yesterday.
I think he has not written, but probably I'll forward it to him. Probably you can take it forward from.
Okay, good. Okay, then first of all, we'll write one XHD file.
Yeah, Bala, no problem. I'll collect with Mitesh. No problem. You can continue, please.
Okay, good. Then today we'll start with our, first of all, we'll create our XHD file and then we'll create one XML file according to XHD file. Okay, we are going to create one XHD file. Suppose I'm giving a name to this XHD file, nataraj-addresses dot xhd. Addresses. Okay. You know what is the root tag for XHD file? Access colon schema. Right. Access colon schema. Actually, yes. Yesterday, Mitesh asked me one question. We are going to learn. We are going to see the programming or not, right? Of course, we are going to see programming. This is just XML. We are learning only XML, right? And it is just we are learning how to what are the syntaxes for creating complex elements, simple elements, right? So there is no need of any programming in this XML technology, right? So in web services, in SOAP-based web services, in uh, in RESTful web services, we are going to create our own applications, web service applications. Will create providers, consumers, and will access some third-party web services also. Okay, so we are going to see that in SOAP-based web services. After this, after just 5 minutes or 10 minutes, we are going to see SOAP-based web services. We are going to start SOAP-based web services. Okay, so we are going to create here first of all XHD file. The root tag for XHD file is access colon schema. Access colon schema. Right. Now import the namespace xmlns colon I'm writing access xmlns colon access equal to http colon double slash www dot w3.org w3.org slash 2001 slash xml schema xml. Yes, XML schema, right? So this is one namespace. For what purpose this namespace is imported? Yes, for what purpose this namespace is imported? Because to create an XHG file, whatever the tags we require, like simple type, complex type, attribute, these are what? Tags, attributes, and their data types, right? So to create a XHG file, whatever the tags or elements, attributes, and data types we require, these all the elements, attributes, and data types are present in this namespace, right? XML technology placed all these tags, all these elements, attributes, and their data types in this namespace. So we need to import this namespace inside our XSG file during creating our XSG file, correct? So we have imported this namespace http://www.w3.org/2001/XML schema. Next, target namespace. Target namespace. For what purpose this element is used here? To place our elements, to place whatever elements, attributes and data types we are going to create in this XSD file, these all the elements will be placed inside this namespace, right? So target namespace, you know, it is analogous to package keyword of Java, correct? So target namespace equal to http:// I am writing www.nataraj.com/addresses. This is my target namespace, right? Next, now we are going to create one element. You know that element access colon, how to create element? Access colon element, name equal to addresses, name equal to addresses, type equal to addresses time I am taking. You know, previously we have created here elements, right? Where are these? Yes, this, like this element we have to create, correct? UK address, see this address type. Okay, so root element in our XML file should be addresses. So create addresses element as a complex type. Okay, type equal to addresses type I am taking. Addresses type. We have created element. Now create this complex type. How to create complex type? access colon complex type, right? Access colon complex type, name equal to addresses type. Addresses type, access colon sequence. Next tag is access colon sequence. Access colon sequence. Next, the child element for this addresses tag is address, you know, address, right? So create this element access colon element. How to create element? Access colon element, name equal to address. Type, this is also one complex type and it is nested complex type. You know, nested complex types we have learned, right? So access colon element, name equal to address, type equal to address type here. Address type. You know, this is addresses type. Addresses, its type is addresses type. This is address and its type is address type, right? So access colon element, name equal to address, type equal to address type. Access colon sequence. Right. So you know how to create complex types. First of all, close this access colon sequence. Access colon sequence. Then close this access colon complex type slash access colon complex type. Close this access colon complex type. Now create next complex type address type, right? So access colon complex type, nested complex types. Access colon complex type. How to create next nested complex types? access colon complex type, name equal to address type, correct. Next tag is access colon sequence, now create the individual elements. First element access colon HNO street and city we want to create, right? So access colon element name equal to HNO, type equal to access colon string, access colon string. Create next element access colon element name equal to street, type equal to access colon string, What is next element? Access colon element name equal to city, type equal to access colon string. That's it. Now close this access colon sequence. Access colon slash. Access colon sequence and access colon. Okay, we have closed. Now we want to create one attribute. For this address element. Okay, so create attribute access colon. How to create attribute? Access colon attribute name equal to I want to give category, address of category, right? So category name equal to category, type equal to access colon string, and use, you know the syntax of attributes, how to create attribute. Use equal to I want to take required use. Okay, we have created attribute. Now close this access colon complex type. Access colon complex type, close slash closing tag, and close root tag. What is the root tag? Access colon sequence, schema, That's it. This is a complete XSD file. Okay, here we have created this address element, right? You know, here we have created address element, What cardinality we have specified here? Yes, we have not specified any cardinality. So I want to specify some cardinality. For that purpose we have two attributes. First is mean occurs, right? Mean occurs, and I want that this address element should be written at least two times, and at the most 5 times. Max occurs equal to 5. Yeah, what happened? Jayesh, are you there?
One second, Bala.
Yes.
Just one second.
Yeah, sure.
once again he's just connecting again. His router got restart. Just 1 minute he's connecting.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Yes, are you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, good. Okay, so this is the complete XHD file, right? This is what? Complete XHD file. Here, what is the root tag? XS colon schema, XS colon schema. In the root tag only, we have to import the namespace http colon double slash www.w3.org/2001/xml schema. Why this namespace is imported? Because whatever the tags we are using to create the elements, whatever the tags or elements we are using, like this XS colon element, XS colon complex type, this sequence, right? These attributes, their data types, whatever we are using, this all the elements, attributes, and their data types are available in this namespace. So we need to import this namespace in our XHD file. So we have imported this namespace. Next, target namespace. This element is used, this attribute is used to place whatever elements we are going to create. This all the elements will be placed inside this namespace, right? So for that purpose, we have used this target namespace attribute. Target namespace equal to http colon double slash www.nataraj.com/addresses. Next, create the first root element addresses. Its data type is addresses type. Next, create that complex type addresses type, right? And in that, the nested complex type is address. So we have created that nested complex type also. So this is the complete XHD file. Now by following the structure defined in this XHD file, we can create, or users can create, XML file, right? By following the structure of this XHD file, users can create XML file. Okay. Now we are going to create XML file by following the structure defined in this XHD file. So we are going to create now one XML file. My addresses dot XML. My addresses dot XML. Right. What is the root tag here? Addresses. Addresses is the root tag. Now import that package xmlns. xmlns equal to which package we need to import? First of all, this package, target namespace, right? In this namespace, whatever the elements we have created, elements, attributes, and data types we have created in XHD, all these elements, attributes, and data types will be placed inside this package. So import this package. We have imported this package. Next, xmlns colon xsi equal to, I am writing http colon double slash www.w3.org/2001/xml schema hyphen instance. XML schema hyphen instance, right? So for what purpose this namespace is imported? You know, if you want to link our XHD file with an XML file, then we have to use one attribute or element called schema location, right? Schema location. And schema location is available, schema location is present in this namespace. So before linking our XHD file with an XML file, we need to import this XML schema hyphen instance namespace. we need to import this namespace in our XML file. So we have imported this namespace, right? Now link our XSD file with an XML file. How to link? We have to use schema location element, right? How to use schema location? You know what is this? This is XML-NS. It is a keyword used to import the namespace, and this is called prefix. This prefix is used to identify the elements of this namespace among other elements of other namespaces, right? So schema location, how we can identify the schema location of this XML schema hyphen instance? See here, XSI colon schema location, right? We can access this schema location element by using this prefix XSI. XSI colon schema location means what? This is the element of this namespace, right? XSI colon schema location means what? Schema location is an element of this namespace, right? So for that purpose XSI is used. XSI is called prefix, and this prefix is used to identify the elements of this namespace among the elements of other namespaces, right? So XSI colon schema location equal to, here we need to write two parts. The first part is URL, this URL address of the namespace in which we have placed our elements, attributes and data types, URL. And the second part is the location where this file we have stored. Suppose I am going to store this file in some location, something like okay, text. What is name? Nataraj hyphen addresses dot xsd. Okay. This. So copy this path. See here, file colon // what is name? Nataraj hyphen dot xsd, right? So we need to set these two parts to the schema location element, right? These are the two parts, and these two parts are differentiated by using a white space. These two parts are separated by using a white space, right? So we need to set these two parts. The first part is the namespace in which we have placed our elements, their attributes and data types, and the second part is the address location where we have stored this XSD file. Okay, now this is the root tag. What is second tag? Second, you know, address, address, right? Second element is address. What is attribute? Category equal to, here I am writing office. Category equal to office, right? Its child element is HNO. Suppose 112 house number. Close this HNO tag. HNO. Street, something like Amirpet. Close this tag. Third element is city. 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 Close this address. You know, this address element should be at least 2 times, right? So create one more time, at least 2 times, and at the most 5 times. Address category equal to house or home. HNO, house number 444/HNO, street. What street name you told me last time?
LBS Road.
Yes, LBS.
Yes.
LBS Road, street, and city Mumbai. Close this address. Address and close root tag addresses, right? So this will be the complete XML file we have created by following the structure defined in this XHD file, right? So this is a complete XHD file we have created by following the structure defined in XHD file. Okay, are you getting what we have done here?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, right. So just write this snippet. Now we are going to see SOAP based web services. We are going to start SOAP based web services today. Yes, written.
Yes, Bala.
Write this snippet.
Just 2 minutes. I was left with a couple of lines.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Yes, please. Done. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
com
done from my side.
yes, completed.
Yes, done.
Okay. Now here ends our XML technology. Okay. In real time, we'll see how to create XML again, because we have to create web service WSDL files. You know, in contact first service last approach, we have to create first WSDL file, and according to WSDL file, we have to create the web service or the service provider, right? So in that case, we'll see how to create WSDL file and all that. Here now, today we are going to start SOAP-based web services. The first web services type, right? SOAP-based web services. SOAP-based web services. SOAP-based web services. Okay. Now, what is the web services? Web services is one distributed heterogeneous technology. What is web services? Web services is a distributed heterogeneous technology introduced by Web Services Interoperability Organization. What is web services? Web services is a distributed heterogeneous technology introduced by WSI organization. WSI organization. So what is web services? Web services is one distributed heterogeneous technology introduced by Web Services Interoperability Organization, WSI organization, right? So web services is a distributed heterogeneous technology which is introduced by WSI organization. Now, for creating SOAP-based web services, WSI organization released one specification. What? For creating SOAP-based web services, WSI organization released one specification called Basic Profile, whose version was very first version. So 1.0 means 1.0, right? Basic Profile 1.0. What is this Basic Profile 1.0? It is a specification. It is a specification which is created by WSI organization for creating SOAP-based web services, right? Basic Profile 1.0 is what? A specification. So for creating SOAP-based web services, WSI organization released one specification called Basic Profile first version. What is this Basic Profile first version? It is a specification for creating SOAP-based web services. Specification means it is not an API. WSI organization not given any set of classes and interfaces. They just given one specification. Specification means what? Set of rules and guidelines. What is specification? Java specification means what? Set of rules and guidelines for developing Java applications, right? You know, J2SE specification, J2EE specification, Spring specification, Hibernate specification, EJB specification, JSF specification, like that. Web services specification. This specification, Basic Profile 1.0 specification, is given by WSI organization for developing SOAP-based web services. This specific Basic Profile 1.0 is a specification. It is not a API. It is just a specification given by WSI organization, right? So WSI organization given a specification called Basic Profile 1.0 for creating SOAP-based web services. Now, based on this Basic Profile 1.0 specification, Sun Microsystem released JAX RPC. Who released JAX RPC? Sun Microsystem. Sun Microsystem released JAX RPC. JAX RPC stands for Java API. Java API for XML remote procedure call. Java API for XML remote procedure call. JAX RPC. Right. JAX RPC. Who released JAX RPC? Sun Microsystem. This is the one API. JAX RPC is one API. API means what? It is set of classes and interfaces. Set of, not classes, actually interfaces. Set of interfaces or classes also. Set of classes and interfaces. Right. So it is one API. It is the API. So this API, JAX RPC API, is released by Sun Microsystem. Right. Who released Basic Profile 1.0? WSI organization released Basic Profile 1.0. So for creating SOAP-based web services, WSI organization released one specification called Basic Profile 1.0. Right. WSI organization released one specification called Basic Profile 1.0 specification. Basic Profile 1.0 is a specification, but it is not an API. It is a specification, means it is a set of rules and guidelines for creating web services. Now based on this Basic Profile 1.0 specification, JAX RPC, Sun Microsystem released one API called JAX RPC API. JAX RPC API. Java API stands for Java API for XML remote procedure call. Java API for XML remote procedure call. Right. So based on this Basic Profile 1.0 specification, Sun Microsystem released its API called JAX RPC API. Right. Now this JAX RPC, using only JAX RPC, we cannot develop the web services application. Because why? JAX RPC is just an API. Okay, it is not an implementation. We cannot have an implementation for JAX RPC. Okay, so JAX RPC is just an API. API means a set of interfaces. Sun Microsystem just given some set of interfaces, but not given the implementation for these interfaces. Right. So what is JAX RPC? It is just an API, but not implementation. JAX RPC is not implementation. What is JAX RPC? JAX RPC is just a collection of predefined interfaces. Then who given implementation for this JAX RPC? Different vendors given implementations for this JAX RPC API. Right. JAX RPC is just an API for creating the SOAP-based web services. JAX RPC is an API released by Sun Microsystem. It is created based on Basic Profile 1.0. Right. So based on Basic Profile 1.0, Sun Microsystem released one API called JAX RPC API. JAX RPC is just an API. It is not an implementation. So based on Basic Profile 1.0 specification, Sun Microsystem released JAX RPC API for creating SOAP-based web services. Now for this JAX RPC API, different vendors given their own implementations. Like Apache Software Foundation, ASF. Apache Software Foundation given its own implementation called Axis, Apache Axis implementation, that is called Apache Axis implementation. Oracle given its own implementation called Oracle WebLogic implementation. Right. For creating SOAP-based web services, Apache Software Foundation given its own implementation called Apache Axis implementation. Oracle Software Foundation, Oracle Corporation, Oracle given its own implementation called Oracle WebLogic implementation. Next implementation is given by IBM. IBM is given its own implementation called IBM WebLogic implementation, right? So what is this JAX RPC? JAX RPC is an API. It is an API released by Sun Microsystems for creating SOAP-based web services, right? So web services is one distributed heterogeneous technology from WSI. WSI release for creating SOAP-based web services. WSI release one specification called Basic Profile 1.0. What is Basic Profile 1.0? Basic Profile 1.0 is a specification released by WSI organization for creating SOAP-based web services. Now, based on this Basic Profile 1.0, Sun Microsystems released an API called JAX RPC API, Java API for XML remote procedure call. JAX RPC is just an API. API means it is a set of interfaces. So JAX RPC is not an implementation. JAX RPC is an API, a set of interfaces, right? So we need some implementation, some implementation for this JAX RPC, right? So who given implementations for this JAX RPC API? Different software vendors, different third-party vendors given implementation for this JAX RPC, right? So among all other different vendors, Sun Microsystems also given its own implementation, one implementation called service implementation. Sun Microsystems also given one implementation for this JAX RPC called JAX RPC API called service implementation. Service implementation or SI, it is called SI. Service implementation by Sun, right? Service implementation by Sun. The second implementation given by Apache is Apache Axis. Apache Axis implementation, right? Second implementation by Apache Software Foundation is Apache Axis implementation. Next implementation given by Oracle Corporation called Oracle WebLogic implementation. Next implementation is given by IBM called IBM WebSphere implementation. IBM WebSphere implementation, right? So who given this implementation? Different third-party vendors given the implementation for JAX RPC API. JAX RPC is just an API, means it is a set of interfaces. Okay, set of interfaces, just a set of interfaces, but not implementation. Okay, Sun Microsystems not given the implementation as a part of JAX RPC. JAX RPC is just an API, means a set of interfaces. And to this JAX RPC API, different third-party vendors provided their own implementation. Among these third-party vendors, Sun Microsystems also provided its own implementation called service implementation. Service implementation by Sun Microsystems. Next, Apache Software Foundation provided its one implementation called Apache Axis implementation. Oracle Corporation also provided its own implementation called Oracle WebLogic implementation. IBM Corporation also provided its own implementation called IBM WebSphere implementation, right? So what is Basic Profile 1.0? Basic Profile 1.0 is a specification released by WSI organization for creating SOAP-based web services. Basic Profile 1.0 is a specification released by WSI organization for creating SOAP-based web services. Now, based on Basic Profile 1.0 specification, Sun Microsystems released one API called JAX RPC API, Java API for XML remote procedure call, JAX RPC API. This JAX RPC is just an API, okay, it is not an implementation. So, who provided implementation for this JAX RPC API? Different third-party software vendors, provided implementations for this JAX RPC API. Among these different third-party vendors, Sun Microsystem also provided its own implementation called service implementation. Service implementation given by Sun Microsystem. Next implementation is given by ASF, Apache Software Foundation, called Apache Axis implementation. Apache Axis implementation. Next implementation is given by Oracle Corporation, called Oracle WebLogic implementation. Next implementation for JAX RPC is given by IBM Corporation, called IBM WebSphere implementation. So what are these four implementations? These are the implementations for JAX RPC API, right? These are set up. This service implementation contains a set of classes and some interfaces. Classes, right? What code you have written in these classes? For the code as an implementation for the interfaces of JAX RPC, right? Whatever the interfaces Sun Microsystem has written as a part of JAX RPC, the implementation for the interfaces of this JAX RPC, Sun Microsystem has released as a part of service implementation. Apache Axis implementation by Apache Software Foundation. Oracle WebLogic implementation by Oracle Corporation. IBM WebSphere implementation by IBM Corporation. Right? Are you getting my point? So WSI organization released its specification for creating SOAP-based web services called Basic Profile 1.0. Based on this Basic Profile 1.0, Sun Microsystem released its API called JAX RPC API. Right? So Sun Microsystem has not given any implementation as a part of JAX RPC. JAX RPC is just a collection of interfaces. It is called API. Who given implementations for this JAX RPC API? Different third-party vendors given the implementations for this JAX RPC API. Among other third-party vendors, Sun Microsystem also given its own implementation called service implementation. Service implementation given by Sun Microsystem. Apache Software Foundation given its own implementation called Axis implementation. Apache Axis implementation. Oracle given its implementation called Oracle WebLogic implementation. IBM given its implementation called IBM WebSphere implementation. Right. So these are the implementations given by different vendors for JAX RPC API for creating SOAP-based web services. Now, this Basic Profile 1.0 is the very first version released by WSI organization for creating SOAP-based web services. But this Basic Profile 1.0, this specification was containing some problem. It was having some problems, right? So by identifying the problems with Basic Profile 1.0, WSI organization released the second version of this specification called Basic Profile 1.1. Right. This Basic Profile 1.0 specification was having some problems. By identifying the problems of this Basic Profile 1.0, WSI organization released second specification, next version of this specification called Basic Profile 1.1. Basic Profile 1.1. Now, when the WSI organization released next version of Basic Profile as Basic Profile 1.1, as soon as the WSI organization released Basic Profile 1.1, Sun Microsystem released its next API, next version of JAX RPC API called JAX WS. JAX WS stands for Java API. Java API for XML. Java API for XML. Web services. JAX WS. Java API for XML web services, right? So by identifying the problems in basic profile 1.0, WSI organization released next version of specification called basic profile 1.1 specification. Now as soon as WSI organization released basic profile 1.1 specification, JAX, this our Sun Microsystem released its own API, its next version of JAX RPC API called JAX WS API. So what is JAX WS API? JAX WS API, JAX WS is one API. It is the next version of JAX RPC API. JAX WS is the next version of JAX RPC API released by Sun Microsystem based on basic profile 1.1. Right. What is JAX WS API? JAX WS is an API released by Sun Microsystems as a based on basic profile 1.1. Right. So by identifying the problems in basic profile 1.1, WSI organization released the next version of basic profile 1.0 specification called basic profile 1.1 specification. Now based on this basic profile 1.1 specification, Sun Microsystem released its API, next version of JAX RPC API called JAX WS API, stands for Java API for XML web services. Now when Sun Microsystem released JAX WS API based on basic profile 1.1 specification, different third-party vendors also given their implementation for creating web services. Based on this JAX WS API or for the JAX WS API, for JAX WS API, different vendors given their own implementation. Among these vendors given implementation, Sun also given its own implementation called reference implementation. Reference implementation given by Sun Microsystem. Reference implementation, or it is also called RI. RI stands for reference implementation by Sun. Sun reference implementation. Next implementation is given by Glassfish community called Metro implementation. Metro implementation by Glassfish. Glassfish community. Glassfish community has given its own implementation called Metro implementation. Next implementation given by Apache. Now the first implementation given by Apache was Apache Axis implementation, right? This Apache Axis implementation is given by Apache Software Foundation for JAX RPC API, right? Now when Sun Microsystem released JAX WS API, then Apache given its own implementation, the next version of Axis implementation called Apache Axis 2 implementation. Apache Axis 2 implementation. Apache Axis 2 implementation. The next implementation is given by Oracle Corporation is same Oracle WebLogic implementation. Oracle WebLogic implementation, and the next implementation given by IBM, it's IBM WebSphere implementation. IBM WebSphere implementation. Yes, right. So by identifying the problems in basic profile 1.0, WSI organization released the next version of basic profile 1.0, that is called basic profile 1.1 specification. Now based on this basic profile 1.1 specification, Sun Microsystem released JAX WS API. JAX WS stands for Java API for XML web services. So JAX WS is the next version of API, next version of JAX RPC API, right? JAX WS is one API, it contains a collection of interfaces but not any implementation. So who given the implementation for this JAX WS API? different third-party vendors given the implementation for this JAX WS API. Now, among these different third-party vendors, Sun Microsystem also given its own implementation called reference implementation for JAX WS. Reference implementation called RI. Reference implementation or RI. RI stands for reference implementation by Sun Microsystem. Next, Glassfish community given its own implementation called Metro implementation. Apache Software Foundation also given its implementation called Apache Axis 2 implementation. Oracle Corporation given its implementation called Oracle WebLogic implementation. IBM given implementation called IBM WebSphere implementation. So, are you getting this point?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So, WSI organization released one specification called Basic Profile 1.0 specification for creating SOAP-based web services. What is Basic Profile 1.0? It is a specification, means it contains set of rules and guidelines, right? Now, based on this Basic Profile 1.0 specification, Sun Microsystem released one API called JAX RPC API, Java API for XML remote procedure call. JAX RPC is just an API, but not an implementation. So, who given the implementations for this JAX RPC? Different third-party vendors given implementations for this JAX RPC API. Sun Microsystem also given its own implementation for this JAX RPC API called service implementation. Apache given its implementation called Apache Axis implementation. Oracle given its implementation called Oracle WebLogic implementation. IBM given its implementation called IBM WebSphere implementation. Right. Now, this Basic Profile 1.0 specification was having some problems, and by identifying the problems in Basic Profile 1.0, WSI organization released the next version of Basic Profile 1.0 specification called Basic Profile 1.1 specification. Next version of Basic Profile 1.0. Now, as soon as the WSI organization released the next version of Basic Profile 1.1 specification, Sun Microsystem released the next version of JAX RPC API called JAX WS API, Java API for XML web services. Right. Now, as soon as the Sun Microsystem released JAX WS API, different third-party vendors given their own implementations for this JAX WS API. Sun also given its own implementation. Okay. Sun also given its own implementation called reference implementation. Reference implementation. Next implementation is given by Glassfish community called Metro implementation by Glassfish. Next implementation is given by Apache called Apache Axis 2 implementation. Next implementation by Oracle called Oracle WebLogic implementation. Next implementation for JAX WS is IBM called IBM WebSphere implementation. Yes, are you getting this point? Yes, Jay?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So write some statements. Write some statements. SOAP-based web services. Give a big point, big heading. SOAP-based web services. Right. Write first statement. Web services is a distributed technology. Web services is a distributed technology introduced by Web services is a distributed technology introduced by Web Services Interoperability Organization. Web Services Interoperability, INTEROPERBILITY. Web Services Interoperability Organization. Write in bracket WSI, WS-I. Right, next point. For creating SOAP-based web services, second point, for creating SOAP-based web services, comma, WSI organization released a specification called Basic Profile 1.0. WSI organization released a specification called Basic Profile 1.0 for creating SOAP-based web services. WSI organization released a specification called Basic Profile 1.0. 1.0 means 1.0, right? It is written as, it is written as 1.0, but in software profession, we call it as a 1.0, right? Not 1.0, it's 1.0, not point also, it's dot. 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So these are what? Versions. These are called versions of any software, right? Okay. Right, next point. Based on Basic Profile 1.0 specification, based on Basic Profile 1.0 specification, Sun Microsystem released JAX RPC, in bracket, Java API for XML hyphen remote procedure call. Java API for XML remote procedure call bracket complete for creating SOAP-based web services. Based on Basic Profile 1.0 specification, Sun Microsystem released JAX RPC for creating SOAP-based web services. Right, next point. For JAX RPC API, different vendors given implementations. In the same line, apart from vendors, Sun Microsystem also given or released its own implementation. Sun Microsystem also released its own implementation. Okay, so write these 4 implementations. First, service implementation called SI from Sun Microsystems. Second is Apache Axis implementation. Third, Oracle WebLogic implementation. And fourth, IBM WebSphere implementation. Yes, completed?
Yes.
Right, next point. Next point. By identifying some problems in basic profile 1.0, by identifying some problems in basic profile 1.0, by identifying some problems in basic profile 1.0, comma, WSI organization released released one more specification with the name basic profile 1.1, with the name basic profile 1.1. Next point. Sun Microsystems released Sun Microsystems released JAX WS API, JAX WS, right? JAX WS, Java API for XML web services, based on basic profile 1.1. Sun Microsystems released JAX WS API, Java API for XML web services, based on basic profile 1.1, based on basic profile 1.1. Right, next point. Vendors given implementation, vendors given, vendors, VENDORS, vendors given implementations for JAX WS API, vendors given implementations for JAX WS API, and apart from vendors, comma, Sun Microsystems also given a reference implementation. Sun Microsystems also given a reference implementation. Okay, write these 5 implementations. Write these 5 implementations. The first is reference implementation by Sun Microsystems. Reference implementation by Sun Microsystems. Second, Metro implementation by Glassfish community. Metro implementation by Glassfish community. Third is Apache Axis 2 implementation. Fourth, Oracle WebLogic implementation. And fifth, IBM WebSphere implementation. Yes, completed.
Yes.
Okay. Today we'll stop here because now whatever we are going to see that we cannot complete in just 15 minutes, right? So now we don't have sufficient time, so we'll stop here. And tomorrow we are going to see one important concept that I'll tell you tomorrow, the request flow, that is called request flow in SOAP web services. How the request flows from client to server. Some binding classes and stuffs and some processor etc. we require. So I will explain that in tomorrow's session. Okay. So we'll stop here. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time, 7 o'clock.
Okay. Maharaj,
Okay.
just one thing, I have not received
Yeah.
invoice yet. So
Yeah,
please
yeah,
coordinate with the team.
yes. Actually, Prakash Tiwari, his father health is not well. So actually, I think yesterday, in the evening of yesterday, he got discharged from hospital. So I'll tell Mr. Tiwari and I'll tell him to send a notification mail. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Just wanted to remind you.
Yeah.
That's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
All right.
Bye.